Here in Washington, outside the Federal Reserve's headquarters, where today the Fed decided to keep interest rates right where they are, near 0%. The decision was anyone's guess right up to its release at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. But in the end, Central Bank Chair Janet Yellen said this was not the right time to raise rates, which were last hiked in 2006, even as key parts of the economy not only recover, but also strengthen. So the guessing game continues, with attention now turning to the Fed's meeting in October or December, or maybe even into next year. Hampton Pearson has more on the decision and what ultimately held the Federal Reserve back.
One of the most highly anticipated Federal Reserve meetings in years ended with monetary policymakers deciding to keep interest rates at record lows due to concerns about a weak global economy, low inflation, and financial market jitters.
In light of the developments that we have seen and the impacts on financial markets, we want to take a little bit more time to evaluate the likely impacts on the United States.
The U.S. economy, especially the jobs market, is solid, with the unemployment rate expected to drop below 5% next year. But the global slowdown, the Fed now says, might impact domestic economic growth and inflation. China's economy has slowed, the price of oil has dropped again, and emerging markets are taking on more debt because of the strong dollar.
We fully expect those further effects, like the earlier moves in the dollar and in oil prices, to be transitory. But there is a little bit of downward pressure on inflation.
Meanwhile, market analysts are worried adding those global concerns to the Fed's checklist for raising rates may add to market volatility.
This opens Pandora's box to a whole host of other questions. Is there something else that we don't know about?
It's the financial market conditions and the financial market conditions tightening, and that's what they basically highlighted here as to why they held off.
So now it's on to the next Fed meeting at the end of October, with the Fed's data-dependent net now expanded to include global developments. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Hampton Pearson in Washington.